Hello friends! My name is Shayla and today I'm here to do a book review for you. The book I will be reviewing today is Genesis Girl by Jennifer Bardsley. This book was a really super fun ride. I ended up giving this book 4.5 out of 5 stars and I will get into more details about it quickly. So I have to thank Jennifer Bardsley herself, as well as Grace from Loving Dem Books, for inviting me to be part of the BookTube tours. I will leave all the information about it down below. As well, I believe she's doing a giveaway related to getting a copy of Genesis Girl. So I will leave all that kind of information down in the description box below, as well as Grace's channel, because she's absolutely fantastic and a doll completely. So let's get back into Genesis Girl here. So in Genesis Girl, we follow Blanca, and Blanca is a Vestal. Vestals are these humans who have been completely protected from technology. So they are nowhere on the internet. They are completely a blank slate. And what happens to these Vestals is once they come of age, like 17, 18, they basically get auctioned off to big companies to represent their company or to private sellers and they call that going geisha. So when it comes to Blanca, what happens to her is in the first chapter, so this is not a spoiler, somebody called a virus, who is somebody who's so entrenched in technology that they have chips in their hands and cameras. So she comes across Seth, who is a virus, and he's trying to take a picture of her friend, one of her Vestal friends. And so what she does is she knocks her friend out of the way, and he takes a picture of Blanca instead. So that's kind of where our story starts off. Things start to escalate from there, and it is really an enjoyable ride. This book kept me guessing, and the writing, let's talk about the writing here for a minute. So the writing in this book is absolutely engaging. I absolutely adored it. It was really hard to put down. This is definitely a one-sitting book. My life was just crazy at the time, so I didn't get a chance to do it in one sitting, but believe me, I wanted to. This book also kept me thinking about it, even when I had to set it down. Characters, you never know who's good and who's bad throughout the novel until the very, very end, and I love it when stories are like that. You get attached to characters. Whether you know they're good or bad, you get little hints of both from almost all the characters, from basically every character except Blanca, and that was really, really fun. I do like our virus, Seth. He does stick around in the story, and you get to know him a little better, and I like his kind of freeform style of life. All of the characters were very well fleshed out. One thing this book does address is kind of what I would call like a PTSD kind of situation. So basically, at one point in the novel, Blanca goes into kind of shell shock. Everything that's happened around her, she doesn't know what to do, so she just kind of retreats into this room and doesn't leave it. Kind of like somebody with depression or PTSD would. Like they just don't know what to do and they don't know how to function, so they hunker down. And I like how they addressed that in this particular novel. I thought it was done very tastefully, but also in a way that was understandable and relatable to the reader. And, at that point you're very attached to Blanca and you want what's best for her. And so you see kind of who helps her rally around herself and kind of picks her pieces back up. And I loved how that happens. Being somebody who has had some PTSD from some bad experiences and from a life I lived for many years, I completely related to that in this novel. I thought it was very genuine and very tastefully done. Because a lot of people will do that and they just turn it into this big, huge circus. And Jennifer Bardsley did not do that in this novel, and I was absolutely and completely pleased with that. This is going to be a series. It's not over, it's not done, and I am so super excited. Like, the next book isn't supposed to come out for another year, but I am hoping to all hope that her publisher pushes it up and we get it sooner, because this book was a fantastic ride. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I highly recommend to anyone to pick it up. You won't be disappointed. Again, this was part of the booktube tours, and all the information you need is down below. I will also leave all the author's information. She's very engaged in social media, and she is a wonderful human being. Her and I have been friends for a few months now, and I absolutely adore her. So go ahead and check her out, especially on Instagram. She's very active there, as well as on Facebook and a little bit on Twitter, but mostly Facebook and Instagram. So go ahead, check her out. She's absolutely funny. And I really enjoyed this book. Go check out Genesis Girl. Go buy it. It is definitely worth a buy. I have not had this kind of a read since There Once Were Stars by Melanie McFarlane. Like, these are just so engaging, and you just can't help it. It comes, and you have to have more, and that's definitely what this book was for me. So again, I highly recommend this book. I hope you enjoy it, and I will talk to you guys later. Have an awesome day. Bye.